Hey there, everybody. In this video, we're going to be talking about monogamy versus polygamy. We're going to be looking at elephant seals, birds, turtles, and humans, talking about dimorphism, chemical, acoustical, and visual communication, language and honest signals, and deception. So get ready for another amazing biology lecture.
We have chemical, we have auditory, which is the kind of language, and then we have visual communication. So if you've ever, hey there, if you've ever seen any of the Disney movies that have pufferfish in it, anytime you scare them or distress them, they puff up. And so puffing up, like with the elephant seals, they try and make themselves look as big as possible so that they can show that they are the dominant male. Or in this case, they are conveying that they are scared of a predator or not wanting the predator to eat them. Because the predator might think, oh, I'll eat that little tiny fish, but if the fish puffs up, it gets to look like something that's too big for them to eat. So chemical communication, like in pheromones, auditory communication, like coyotes, visual communication, like the pufferfish. And so with pheromones, we can also see, or with communication, we can also see things like little dances that display certain characteristics that say, here they are dancing so that they can convey where certain flowers are, they can go get the nectar from and bring it back to the colony. They can show where potential mates are. Again, two very important things, eating and passing along your genetic information. So scientists have asked over the years, what exactly is language? We know that humans communicate via language. Are there other types of species out there that are going to work with a complex and formal language? They've found that vervet monkeys have very distinctive sounds that they make. Long time ago, you may have remembered the gorilla. Its name was Amy. I get made fun of all the time. And the symbol for apple, and so she would make that symbol, I want to eat the apple. So they taught American Sign Language to chimpanzees and gorillas, and then human language. So what makes up language is being able to communicate to other individuals. And so as we know, just having language is not the only way that we communicate. We also communicate through our body language, through our displays. If you look around in here right now, you could probably guess who is in charge, because I am the one who is standing up. So that's often the way that you convey leadership or convey teaching. And so just our form of language has become so complex, and not having all of those signals can sometimes really screw up the meaning of those messages. So now, where it's not all written, not all oral language, where we have written language, that's why we put smiley faces on things or exclamation points to try and demonstrate what we mean behind our written language. And so something that the animal kingdom has done is made signals that are called honest signals, and these are helping to reduce deception. As you know, we can all lie about what it is that we're saying to somebody. How many times have you ever said to your girlfriend or boyfriend, oh, I'm fine, and you are totally not fine? So in the animal kingdom, they have what are called honest signals. So here is an example of one of those. This is a toad that makes that characteristic squeaking, croaking noise. And so female natterjack toads, and if you go onto YouTube, there's great videos of these toads. They make these mating decisions based on how loud the male's call is. So the more females that can hear his call, the more chances he's going to get to pass on his genetic information, because if the female can hear him, they can go to him when they are ready to mate, and the loudest calls are only made by the larger males. So if you are a tiny male and not very good to mate with, then you make a puny little croaking noise. But if you're a giant male and you're very physically fit and capable of passing on good genes, you're going to make a much louder call. So that's why they call it an honest signal. There's no way to fake being a bigger toad than being a littler toad, because the smaller males can't fake it. So it's an honest signal. It carries accurate information. So some of the characteristics can't be faked. It's given when both the individual making the signal and the individual responding to it have the same interests. So the individual who's making it is saying, I want to mate, and the individual who is responding to it says, I am also ready to mate. So he doesn't croak when he doesn't want to mate, and she doesn't respond to the signal until she is ready to mate. So these honest signals are going to carry the most accurate information about an individual or a situation. So what happens as populations evolve is that we start to get some deception moving into the population. This is where we get croaking by the males that is begging instead of being the most fit. So like annoying the female until she mates with him. And I have another YouTube video that I just posted today that is of this behavior in sea turtles, where the males group around the female and basically beg to have sex with her. And then we have what's called the evolutionary arms race, where we have unambiguous signals or sophisticated patterns. So males put out these very sophisticated ways of showing that they're fit, and they are not exactly fit. Hold on a second. I didn't know that was buzzing. I was like, what in the heck is that noise over there? So an organism's phenotype, the way that its physical appearance appears, is its organism's phenotype is including its behaviors. So those behaviors are passed along from strange. The person knows I'm teaching too. I don't know why they're calling. Okay, so I'm going to leave it up to you to watch those YouTube videos on your own, since I don't have any sound, and I think that we're going to have a short day today. So thank you very much for coming, all of you.